Hello, it's Bethany, and today I'm going to be talking about an activity that I did this week with my students about Europe. So you can watch the video from last year. We did a South America day. Well, this year we did a Europe day. So what that means is my class of elementary students made a day for like the early childhood class and the toddlers to do activities for their to learn about Europe. So there were like 5 activities, and I will show you the activities we did. So the first thing I did was I showed them the globe and how, you know, we're in North America, we across the Atlantic Ocean, we go to Europe, and then I showed them on the globe. They're also familiar with that. I also showed them the puzzle map. At each station I had a map like this that was colored in, and to show them where it was from. And this was table tennis was invented in England, but also the national tournament started in Germany. So for that activity, I just had the students take a ping pong paddle. I only found my one at my house, so I only brought one. And they just took a ping pong ball and they just went like this and practiced hitting the ping pong balls on the paddles. So the next thing we did, and why this has Play-Doh all over it, is French croissants from France. I just colored the colors from the puzzle map. So they got a little piece of Play-Doh, and then I had them roll it out with a roller and cut it out, and then roll a croissant. And once they did that, they got to eat a little croissant. One of the other teachers had a bunch of stuff from that too, so I'll insert pictures also of the different activities. And then she also brought items from Romania, because this teacher is actually from Romania, so that was really cool. One of our teachers is actually from Europe, so that is a lot of fun. The next thing they got to do was ice castles from Sweden, Switzerland, Finland, and Norway. Definitely going to insert a picture because my ice castle I made is currently like this. I thought I had more water bottles than I did. So well, there's a lot in total, but I just used those in the corners and then these pieces of paper for around it. But the activity for that was to use sugar cubes and stack their own ice castle. I just saved them because they, you know, in case we do this activity again, but they're super fun to stack, and the kids actually super enjoyed this, so it's pretty easy. And then if they kept building, they could make any sort of ice castle that they wanted. And the last thing we did was the ancient Greek temples from Greece. So I colored that in. And weeks prior to this, I built this, it was from like the Usborne or Osborne thing. I just found it in my classroom from a previous people that had worked in here. And it's so cool. It took a while. The students could have helped me more than they did with this, but I had to use hot glue, so I had to put it together, but it was very easy to fold, and we probably should have done it more. But these together, I kind of just put it together since I haven't done one of these before, but I'm going to see if they have more because this is really cool, the cool model. So these little people come with it. There's tons of them, so I just had the students, I was like, pretend it's a dollhouse and just go around and look at the castles, because yes, I believe it's on this side. If you look through, like we put these columns through and these ones, but if you look through, you can see a statue. I'll just show you from up here. The statue, I think all the little people are in here, but I think it's Athena, the statue, so that's really cool. But you could see the walking places up here. This was a lot of fun to build together. The students I did it when they were working, when I was just observing and watching them work. And put it together, so they had a lot of fun during the process. They're like, oh, we got the columns, and then but it looks like that, but it just opens, so then you could see the inside. The columns were hard to do. with hot glue, but they just did a fast drying glue, and I thought hot glue would work the best. So that is great. Yeah, so that was the experience overall. It took about 45 minutes. I had each of my students at a station, and then about 5 students were at each station, and then we would rotate. And before that, I showed them the globe, and I also showed them a short video clip from each station, like a table tennis and a picture of like a video of the Parthenon, and then the ice castles of the places. Those are really cool to actually see. And then also, I didn't show them the French croissant one, but when they ate the croissants, I had the video playing of the making of a French croissant, which I didn't know this video we watched had malt in it, which I thought was pretty cool. But that's also might be a fun thing to make with the students, but I'm not sure about that because I heard they're hard to do. But whether they work out or not, the kids would have fun doing that. So yeah, it was a good experience overall. For the toddlers last year for the experience, I had them come out and do the things, but then this year I just took the sugar cubes and they did sugar cube ice castles, but they could have easily done the croissants as well. I just didn't know with this group of toddlers quite yet, but they enjoyed stacking the sugar cubes, and that took about 20 minutes. So that was a pretty good activity for them. I was just worried about these little pieces for the toddlers, so I didn't want them to do this one, but they probably could have done the ping pong as well. Yes, I've been wanting to do these more often, so hopefully I will. I'm also going to put in a picture of our play setup because it looks super cool. We added a lot more things to it, so yes. Thank you for watching.